Hello everyone, we're here today to talk about the CARES Act, which is the Community Development Block Grant, COVID-19 Response and Recovery Plan. This plan will provide guidance for the city in utilizing its available Community Development Block Grant funding to provide relief for our community from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and the governor's executive orders and the mandates associated with this. The CARES Act, CDBG Act allocation was $555,000 this year for one, and for phase two was $569,456, and the totals was $1,126,000. That's not right.
That's right.
$456. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. They're going to be split up into 3 or 4 phases here. One is for community safety and COVID response testing and vaccination. One is for the homeless support, and that is why we're here in front of the shelter here. With many shelters, we're using this, we're being closed to additional residents during the pandemic, and those that are open being overburdened immediately, additional capacity has become a very critical need. So in addition to expanding the direct support within our shelters, we need to consider alternatives in how we aid the newly homelessness. And that's why we're going to use this money toward that. They should include supporting efficient, rapid rehousing programs that allow landlords and shelters to work in partnership to address the problem through short-term tenancy arrangements for shelters, subsidized related releases. And this plan also supports Safe Harbor of Easton and the 3rd Street Alliance in partnership with the Children's Home of Easton to increase available shelter space and transitional housing to aid the city's homelessness. It also will include food security, which is Feeding America projects, and the Westward Community Initiative Easton Area Community Center, the branch of the Easton branch of the Greater Lehigh Valley YMCA, the Easton Neighborhood Center, and Paxinosa Elementary are partnering to address food security throughout the city by providing fresh food to affected community members. We have to remember that the lifeblood of the city's economy runs through our small business community. And in the interest of giving our local businesses, that will be part of this also. So we also have to remember that we will have $184,456 still to be allocated. And let's see. We hope that through these funds that we're able to come back to some normalcy in the city, that a unified collaboration effort to make Easton the safest city to live in, to visit, and to conduct business is of also paramount concern to all of us. Utilization of funds to create a stockpile of personal protective equipment and sanitizing products is also something that we have to remember to use it. And the city administration is actively working with healthcare partners and state agencies to locate, offer, and provide vaccination opportunities for all the city residents who are unable to go elsewhere to come to us and help them get vaccinated. So I think that kind of covers everything. We hope that with this little bit of money that we're able to allocate, that we'll be able to help a lot of people, our residents, and also those that need the support through this act. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Vulcano. Jeffrey? We're here in front of Safe Harbor, which is near and dear to me because when I was very, very, very young and mayor, this was one of the projects that I started with Father Tom from Lafayette College. We were experiencing a homelessness problem back then, and today, even with Safe Harbor, we've actually and the pandemic has increased our needs. So Councilman Vulcano has been very active in the economic development portion of our project. This being the community development project of her responsibilities, has also been very helpful in putting this $1.1 million out on the street. Much of that, not much, but some of that will go to Jeff, who runs Safe Harbor Shelter, but also runs our warming center. And I'll let Jeff say a few words about our warming center.
Yeah, our warming center this year was able to house 15 additional people outside of our residential program here at Safe Harbor. Instrumental with bringing in our lower barrier population in out of the cold during the winter season, but it also gave us an opportunity to kind of find the root cause of why the folks were homeless, and through our case manager we were able to get them referrals to whether it's mental health or drug and alcohol treatment. A lot of trauma-based situations we found this year, and I think that had a lot to do with the COVID dynamic of things. But like I said, instrumental just getting them in, trying to find that, and then again, referring them out to the services that they
We really appreciate partnering for, I guess it's been about 4 years we had the warming center.
Correct.
And the city provided small amounts of money towards that in the last few years, but this year with the pandemic, Jeff got access to the building right across the way from them, across the driveway, and we upped our increase to, I think, $111,000? $110,000 this year. Because of the pandemic, we had a lot of issues. And the one thing about, I guess, with Councilman Vulcano and Councilman O'Connell are here because the city oftentimes get blamed for not caring about people. And that is very untrue. We've never had City Council refuse anything we've been able to recommend to City Council that dealt with homelessness or food insecurity, whether it be with Safe Harbor, Third Street Alliance, or Easton Area Neighborhood Centers, Easton Area Community Center. I mean, they're all, the West Warwick Community Initiatives, they're all very important. Food insecurity, as Councilman, I almost made you the mayor, as Councilman Vulcano said,
No.
The food insecurity, we have a lot of people who have needs. I mean, they're not eating properly. So being able to put money towards that is very important. Now, this is the money that came to the city actually last year during the pandemic. As we prepare to fight with the federal government to get more of our allocation, we expect the stimulus money, the ARP money, to put it back out on the street again in very much the same way. And Councilman O'Connell, will let him say a few words because he's been very supportive of everything that we're doing for the social needs. You know, a lot of times we think about our municipal needs, but we can't forget about the social needs of people. We're still a city of people, and we're not just a city of buildings and roads and sidewalks, we're a city of people. And so I'll let Dave O'Connell say whether he's going to support this project or not.
Well, of course, that's why I'm here, just to show my support for this project, and I just wanted to say thanks to everybody here, and I want to, you know, especially to the mayor and to Councilwoman Vulcano for all the work they've been doing for economic and community development. It's really important, there's no doubt about it, especially at a time like this. And I'm really just here to show my support. I know the rest of the council feels exactly the same way too.
Well, we certainly appreciate the support of council. They will vote on this on Wednesday night, and with the leadership of Councilman Vulcano on this, the next project I know she's working on right now will be an affordable housing program, and hopefully we'll get enough money from the federal government to fund that, and we're looking forward to creating affordable housing. There's been a lot of debate about affordable housing. City Council and the administration cannot set rental rates. Rental control is illegal in the United States. And if we could, I'm sure we would do it immediately because we are, the housing shortage has caused rental rates to skyrocket. Right now, there was an article in the Morning Call yesterday by Becky Bradley, who was our former director of planning. There just isn't enough housing around to provide for the people looking. My daughter's looking to move back to the Easton area from New Jersey. She's down in Lavalette for the last 3 years, and it's very hard to find a place because they're usually sold within a day or two. So I know full well the trauma that people go through to try to find a place to live in the Easton area.
Mayor, we also have to remember about the mill that's being built over there in Southside, the old Black Diamond property, that will bring affordable housing to many residents that are willing to go into that project.
Yeah, 50 units. I mean, and that's a lot of affordable housing to bring on at one time. We're very fortunate. There's been some debate on social media, some inappropriate facts that are not true, saying that only a portion of them are affordable housing. No, all 50 are affordable housing. So I just want to make that sure. And it's just very unfortunate that the man who had that vision is no longer with us. John Robinson passed away a week after the groundbreaking, but his family will see his dream come true within the next, probably within the next year. It's already under construction, starting to come out of the ground. The concrete foundation, the wood frame is starting to go up, so hopefully that'll come up. Right across the street is Market Rate. Across the other corner is the brand new Cheston School, which will house students from the south side. So I think that adds a lot to the south side neighborhood where both Sandy and I live, and we grew up. So this CARES Act money is really important. It's $1.1 million. It's a lot of money, and it's going towards the needy, the most vulnerable of our residents. So we're very happy to be able to appropriate that. We would not be able to have that appropriation out of the general fund. We just don't have that kind of money, nor do we have that kind of programming.